Let's go back to Bob, and then we'll come up to Lee. Go ahead, Bob.
Bob Hocker, SceneDaily.com. At the Phoenix test next week, do any of your old notes apply at all, or do you approach it as a brand new racetrack?
I'll let you know when we get out of there. I can tell you that the 48 did the tire test there, so we got a little bit of information there, and it looks like turns 3 and 4 are not that much different from a the radius of the corner of the banking, but the grip levels and the smoothness of the track obviously is a big change. So I think that you're really going to be able to do similar things that you did before, but just get a lot more aggressive with them because of the grip and because of the smoothness of the track. I'm pretty anxious to see what they did back there on the back straightaway. From what I saw in the video, it was eye-opening and not in a good way. So I'm looking forward to getting out there, seeing it in person, and see just how much our notes will obviously we ran really well there earlier in the year with the win, so we'd love for that to transfer over. So we'll find out, but I don't think it's going to be as different as we originally thought.
Let's go, Lee. Go ahead, and then we'll go in the back to Tom. Go ahead, Lee.
Lee Spencer, Fox Sports. Jeff, how have you embraced social media, and how has that helped with all the causes you have, including your current sponsor?
Yeah, I can't hear a word you're saying.
Yeah, can you speak up there? Where's Dan? Is Dan here?
Sorry.
Sound guy. Go ahead, Lee.
Can you talk a little bit about how, Jeff Gordon, the driver, and Jeff Gordon, the philanthropist, has used social media to advance your causes?
I think social media these days is an important aspect of everything that we're doing, and I think from being a race car driver, connecting with the fans in a whole new way is important for me personally. It's important for our sponsors, and it's important for the philanthropy work that we're doing as well. It's amazing the loyal fan following that we have, and what I love about social media is being able to have that connection and really seeing the loyalty that our fans have, and you see the positives and the negatives, and you see the passion that they have, but with all of it, it's loyalty, and really your true core fans, that are involved in social media that are there, and it definitely pays off for all the work that we're doing, and we're certainly thankful for that. I mean, I just get a lot of great reactions from people on Twitter whether I'm over in the Congo or we're doing a go-kart or bowling event here, tremendous support, and so our sponsors recognize that very much. I mean, I think that had I gotten involved with social media a little sooner would have been better. I think that when we were on the sponsor hunt prior to this year, I wasn't actively being involved with the social media, and when we would meet with potential sponsors, that was definitely a question that came up, and there wasn't a whole lot of good information we could give them because there wasn't much I was doing. But it's a totally different picture now moving forward. But it's so I'm having fun with it, and I'm enjoying it, as well as I think our sponsors are happy to see us grow our Facebook and Twitter and our social media as well, because it definitely helps their cause out in a big way also.
Go ahead, Tom.
Tom Bowles, frontstretch.com. Jeff, we hear in all these past chases, everybody gets one mulligan, or that's kind of the running theory, that you kind of have one mulligan that you can use. Do you feel like after Chicagoland that mulligan is used up, so to speak? And how does that affect your strategy going forward? Like at New Hampshire, if you pushed it too hard there and went for the win, you run out of gas, you're in a real deep hole. So is that affecting your strategy, and do you feel like your mulligan's used up?
I do feel like our mulligan's used up, and you hate to do it in race one. And it could have been a lot worse than that, but I think any worse finish than what we had there, and I think we were out of it. So I would call that a mulligan. I think 25th or 4th or wherever we finish there, I would say that's a mulligan. I don't think a 35th is a mulligan. Unless you come back, it all depends on how you followed up. You can have a 30th or 35th place finish or 40th if you win the next 4 races. I think it's really all about your average finish. I think is the real key there. And when I say we used up our mulligan, I say we used it up because in order to maintain the average that we think that we have to have, which I think you're looking around a 6th or 7th place average, to get the championship. And I think that so if you have that mulligan, you got to follow it up with some great finishes, and get that average where it needs to be. So, we got a bit of a gift last week, I feel like, because besides Tony winning the race, everybody else kind of had issues, or whether it be a tire issue or a fuel issue, and we're quite a ways behind us. So we were able to not only have a strong finish, but make up a lot of points on a lot of guys, except for Tony, as I mentioned.
Other questions for Jeff? Go ahead. You have to speak up. Wait till that door shuts, please.
Jeff Schaefer, NASCAR Media Group. The next 2 weekends, we got 2.5-mile tracks coming up. Kansas, where out of 11 races, you've got 8 top 5s. And Charlotte, you've always ran pretty well there. Can you take us through those 2 tracks?
Well, you weren't at Charlotte in May, I guess. But, Kansas is a great track for us. I'm very excited about going back there. I feel like Kansas is where we really turned the corner this year with our 1.5-mile program. We ran really strong there. I felt like we had a shot at winning that race, and I look forward to getting back there. Charlotte, I feel like, is a track we have some work to do, and that's kind of where I say the good things that come from what happened at Chicago will allow us to put a little extra effort into what we're gonna take to Charlotte. I love Charlotte. It's a track I enjoy a lot, but car's got to be right there, and I've got to give good feedback and make sure that we have a package that's going to be competitive there. So, every race is important. It doesn't matter where you're going, what your past experience or stats are there. It's just all about what we do over these next, 8 weeks or 7 weeks. It's just that, that's all it boils down to.
Other questions for Jeff? Got one right here on the front row, please. We can get this gentleman a microphone.
For people that don't know that much about the chase, the people that are outside the race world, what's the chase mean to you, and how much would it mean to obviously win for people that don't know much about the chase?
Well, I mean, it's our playoffs, it's our championship, so it's everything that we work for, and it's the ultimate achievement and goal in motorsports. Obviously, especially with NASCAR, is to achieve the championship, and where it used to come down to a full season, now it comes down to 10 races, and it's very challenging. I think it's far more competitive now than it's ever been, which only makes the reward that much sweeter if you can achieve it. And only one guy's done it the last 5 straight years, so we're all looking to try to put a different name on that trophy this year, and we've got an excellent shot at it.
Jeff, thanks so much, and good luck this weekend.